What is on my screen? Babies are bouncing up and down. I feel like if I touch that something bad's gonna happen. It's like the curtain. Oh, that's the mask. Duh. Oh my goodness me. And you know, I have like a stylus somewhere, and God help me if I can even remember where I put this thing, but we will just have to make do. Hello, everybody. I know there's only one. We're only one-on-one. Student for Shifu, what's going on? Hey, Casey. What is going on? Waiting for people to join in. I think, honestly, we're going to have to start going live from one of the guys' pages or like build up enough of a following to go live from 3 guys and a girl, because Instagram, yeah, they're just not, I don't know. They have me banned, shadow banned. I'm not even sure. I feel like they just need to hurry up and create another platform or another app for people to use that's not like super duper complicated. I know that they have oh my goodness me. There's another app, and for the life of me I can't remember what it's called. It's a Black owned app, but they only have it on iPhone, iOS. They don't have it on Android as yet, so it's not even like I can access that. But yeah, I've been trying to behave myself. But the thing is like, I'm a sexual content creator, so there's only so much behaving that can go on. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know. They're giving me a warm time. Let's just say that. But we are here to do the damn thing. Slim, Val. Slim, you said you're coming, and of course my mind went to the gutter. Sorry. It happens. Hi, guys.
Hello, what's going on? Good evening.
How is everybody? Is the light bright enough? Okay, there we go. We're just waiting for Mr. Late, which is usually Mr. L. I think that's what the L stands for. Late. Mr. Late.
I'm coming. I still gotta get settled. I'm on the elevator. Excuse me.
You're where?
On the elevator. Give me 1 second.
Oh, signal on the elevator. What's up, Queen?
That's a loud elevator. Oh my god.
Right? Your phone is fabulous. If your phone works in the elevator, your phone is awesome. I want that version of phone. Whatever version of phone you got.
Verizon, baby.
What is it?
Verizon.
Expensive. That's all I heard. Expensive.
We don't have Verizon here. Verizon doesn't exist in Canada, so.
I was looking for my adapter so I could plug my mic up, but I don't know where it is.
What are you shaking, Val? What's that?
No,
I want to meet all the people. You what?
I'm not too sure what you're talking about.
I saw you shaking something. You just turned something upside down and shaking. Hi. I know I'm. Oh, what's in the fancy glass? Usually you're drinking water, fam. What's going in? What is that?
Well, I got it from the wife, so it's pink Moscato.
Oh, pink Moscato is so good. She has great taste.
It is. It definitely is.
Fabulous taste. Queen, you have fabulous taste. Pink Moscato is so lovely. Sal, what's going on?
All right, we're good.
That's my girlfriend in Trinidad. So we have viewers from all as far as Trinidad.
Wow.
Watching. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. For the man who said he was super excited about tonight, which would be Mr. L, Mr. Late, misses us so much, can't wait to see us.
Yep.
This man is nowhere to be found.
MIA.
Kelly, what's going on? I wish I had a drink. I'm on a cleanse, so I got water. That's it.
Me too, guys. I want to cleanse too, guys.
No, he ain't. Look at him. Look at him.
Okay. How many? I was gonna say right. How
There
many
you
sheep
go.
to the wind?
Because we know you ain't drinking no water. Water, none. Man, are you gonna behave yourself tonight?
Do I always come in?
Yes, I am.
I mean,
So we have deduced that the L stands for late because you're always the last one to join. Are you frozen?
I couldn't tell if he was
Hold on,
frozen or he
hold
was
on,
just
his
giving a
connection
show
was bad. I had to move.
Okay. Come on, man. Get yourself situated. What? You know what, Val? I have to big you up because you put ice in your drink and I put ice in my wine and I forever get laughed at, but it makes it nice and refreshing.
Exactly.
I don't know if Mr. L is still there. Like, I see him bending up his lip, but I don't know if that's like a frozen screen.
I think he frozen on my end.
He froze, yeah.
How do I kick him off? Oh, there he is. So because he's frozen, how do I? Okay, so now he's gone. So now he can join again. Lord, this is just way too complicated.
Right?
Tell him studio time and the studio's running.
Right? He's in the Matrix. But you're frozen again. Are you doing that on purpose?
Oh man,
the
come
hell?
on! You
This
gotta
guy,
be kidding me.
for real?
I have no idea. Something's going on with the connection. If y'all can hear me, I'm trying to figure it out. Hold on.
You're moving around. You walking around.
You
Walking
good right now?
around.
You're good
Yeah,
right now.
listen. I'm
Just stay
I'm
right
all
there.
up here like.
Right there. Don't move. Right there. Be a man that follows instructions. Stay right there. Keep it right there. Keep it right
Oh,
there.
you tried it.
And then you move.
Come on now. You know better than that.
Keep it right there. Why are you
You
moving
know better
around?
than that.
And looking at-
This is too funny.
Try me like that.
It's the Metro PCS Wi-Fi dry.
Lord.
You're on Metro
You
PCS?
got jokes. No.
No.
Spectrum.
Are you
Garbage.
stationary? Is your signal good? Like,
He's good.
Yeah, it's straight now. I don't know. I might have to
you know
walk in
why?
the
Because I
closet.
feel like you're standing up and then you're gonna have to move to sit down. So like,
Man, listen.
you see?
I'm
Moving
done
around again.
standing all day. Yeah, I'm trying to find a good spot. Let's go. We good. I'm a
I
I'm gonna
told
tough
you
it
where
out
the
for the
spot was.
squad.
You just didn't want to listen.
You got jokes.
You know, from time to time.
Let her work it, bro.
Gentlemen, it is great to see you. I feel it's so weird. Like, I know we do this every 2 weeks, but for some reason, this feels like a lot longer.
Felt mad long.
Right? Okay. I feel like it's like a month or something that's gone by since we've seen each other. Really, really weird. So, I know everyone who's joined us knows who we are. We are three guys and a girl, but if you could introduce yourselves respectively, please and thank you. Let the people know who you are, where they can find you, and all the good things that you got going on and
All right.
on.
I'll take it first. Mr. L is frozen. Take your time. AKA genuine.
Am I still
Slim.
am I frozen for real?
You look a little ghostly right now. The light just glared in your face. Stay there, right there.
That's what
That
I'm doing.
That spot.
So I'm Slim Stay Scheming once again. Okay? Kendrick at all fucked up. I represent 973 Vibes. We're on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Audible, Apple, everywhere. Everywhere, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Go follow 973 Vibes. Thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate you.
Slim, turn your mic up a bit.
Gotcha.
Thank you. Mr. V,
Cool.
Val,
What's going on,
Big man,
everybody? Good morning, evening, night. My name is Val. Go by Val the Advisor. I am the creator of Dating_Gen YZ, dating for Generation Y, Z, Millennials, Gen Z. What I aim to do is to help you guys cultivate the healthy dating and relationship life that you all deserve. We'll get into some more later on. That's all for now.
and Mr. L,
What's going on,
Mr.
everybody?
Dirty South.
Gentlemen, I am Mr. L, the host of
Guys,
From the
seriously?
Mind of Mr. What? Am I
You're
frozen?
buffering, fam.
Y'all are perfectly fine on my end.
You're not on ours. Oh, you're good now. Wherever you just moved to,
Yeah,
stay
you're good
there.
now.
Just move the jaw.
I've been here for the past 2 minutes.
No, I'm telling you, we see you buffering. There's three
Are
of
we
us.
are
It's
we
3-1. 3 against
are we
one.
good?
Come
Are we
on.
good now? Are we good? We straight?
Yes, you're perfect. What you're doing right there, do that.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Mr. L, the host of From the Mind of Mr. L podcast. And we're just gonna leave it right there before I start buffering again. We'll get into everything else later.
Okay, you're not gonna come on. You got to do the whole thing. It's been too long.
Nah, it's all right. Don't do it to him.
Don't do
Val,
it. Okay.
yeah.
All
Hey,
right,
Val,
we'll leave it.
Val, I gotta let you know my girl been referencing you. She keeps saying, like Val say, you gotta tell me exactly what you want. I can't read in between the lines. I said, oh shit.
Damn, you can't get away from me now, Slim.
Nah, I think she be listening to your own shit. I'm like, what you don't hit me with Val's logic?
Okay,
I
so
love
Mr.
that.
L just messaged in the chat. He'll be back. He's
Mm.
currently buffering, so we'll go ahead and start the discussion, and then when he gets back, we'll tap him in, and then of course, like we always do, we'll get to weigh in. So tonight we're tackling 2 topics, quite possibly a third. Sorry, can I just mention something real quick? Val, you're a wicked person. The other morning or a couple of days ago, you were cooking hot dogs and pancakes, and let me tell you how I've been off carbs, and I was cussing you in my head to how it looks so good. I just wanted to share that with you all. I hope you enjoyed it, because yeah, it looked. Anyhow, we're not going to talk about that right now.
I
So
appreciate that.
the 2 topics that we're covering tonight, women proposing to men, and we'll give some context behind that. And we're also going to talk about people who say that they're poly, but they're poly in the dark, which means that they themselves are polyamorous, but they don't tell the people that they're involved with so that everybody has fair choice in the situation. So a meme that I sent to you guys, it says, so the gentleman says, I love you both. I love you both. I love both y'all for different reasons. So one woman says, what does she have that I don't? His response is, she is smart, college educated, makes good money, loyal, and she has my kids. So that's either his wife or, right? Can you see my shirt? Not right now. It says Fat Pum Pum Energy. Then the woman asks, well, why do you need me then? And his response is, because of the way you touch me, the way you make me feel, our passion, our chemistry is unmatched. I love you. I'm loyal to you just like I'm loyal to her. So there are a lot of people, not a lot, there are people, let's just say, who consider themselves to be polyamorous because they want to be in relationships with multiple people. However, they're polying in the dark, and the reason I say that is because they're not letting the people that they're involved with know that there is someone other than themselves. This usually results in the side chick, the side nigga, the side person, the outside person, or whoever. So specifically to this meme, you have a gentleman who has, you have a man, I won't even call him a gentleman, you have a man who has 2 women. And I'm assuming that the woman who has his children doesn't know about this other woman, but this other woman, which is generally the case, knows about the wife or the mother of his children. So Val, Slim, Mr. L, I don't know who wants to take first, weigh in on your opinions. People who are poly but poly in the dark, people who have outside relations but don't let the other person know or let everybody have fair choice, people who make statements like, well, I love you and I love her and I'm loyal to both of you. Can you be loyal to 2 people when one person doesn't know about the other?
All right, Val, you the dating expert. You want to go first?
Val's face. Val, yes, come Val. Your whole face.
I thought I did better trying to hide my expressions, no?
Val, you don't have any poker face.
No.
Damn. Okay. Honestly, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. I see some people in the chat already. They're saying that's not poly, that's cheating. I absolutely agree with you. I believe that's cheating. If you're in an arrangement and you talk to both people, like AJ said at the top, there's an understanding between all 3 of y'all, or how many of y'all are in this thing, whatever. Then okay, y'all have that agreement, y'all have that arrangement, you guys understand it. Fine, whatever. Who are we to judge? But if you're fucking up and you're doing all these different things with all these different women, or well, for this certain scenario, one other woman, whatever, no, it's cheating. It definitely is cheating. I bet if the wife picks up on it, she gonna leave that ass and call it a day. So no, it's straight cheating. Straight cheating.
Okay. Slim, what are your thoughts on this?
I agree. I don't ever agree with robbing somebody of their choice. You know what I'm saying? That's where I always talk about transparency. And I
Yes.
believe when you keep it one-sided and you're not completely honest, you're robbing somebody of their choice. And I think that's foul and it's unfair. You know what I'm saying? It's manipulation, I feel. I also don't believe in I believe in big love. Like, you know what I mean? If I have two girlfriends or whatever, tell each other about it and let y'all figure it out. Or if y'all, both want to fuck with me or not. But at the same time, I don't believe in the idea, me as a man, that you could be loyal in two different situations, because those are two contradicting entities. It's not like y'all came together and we live in one house and I'm splitting my time and it's really organized and structured. Then maybe you could be loyal at that point, because I'm loyal to you both as a family. We live in one spot. You guys are both getting equal treatment, equal time, equal finances, things of that nature. Whereas to have somebody over here and then somebody on that end of the spectrum and say, I love you, I'm loyal to you both, that right there, because you guys are two separate entities, is a contradiction in and of itself. You can't be loyal to two separate things, and you can't be separate but equal. I think history told us that. So that's that for me.
Okay. I'm gonna be devil's advocate because that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that in order for there to be fairness, in order for there to be fairness and for it to be a true polyamorous or polygamous relationship, everybody would have to live in the same place.
For me, yeah, by my definition, okay. I would assume so, yeah.
Okay. So what if you were very clear in the beginning and let everybody know what's what? The two women made their choice to be with you, but they didn't all want to live in the same household. Would that then be an issue?
No, it would be
Would
an
they
issue.
have to be in the same place in order for that to work?
No. I would, if I was into that, I would imagine that I would pitch it that way to have everybody inclusive, to let everybody know we're all on the same page, and I want to split it like this to have some organization to it, to avoid feelings and different things getting involved. Now, if both those women both come to a mutual agreement and say, yeah, we're both down with this, but we can't be in each other's spaces, then that's okay. That means then I can come down to that level and compromise. But at least my initial suggestion, my initial way to work this out and be in its truest sense, in its true definition, is to live in the same household, and I feel like that's including everybody. Now, if y'all say no, but I got him Monday through Wednesday and you got a Wednesday night through Sunday or whatever, then that's fine, because y'all work it out amongst yourselves. But later on, I don't want to hear no shit about feelings getting involved or you spending more time with her because I tried to make us a unit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Another question. You said that if there was more than one woman, so let's say there was two,
mm-hmm.
and you let them both know, and you said you would let them decide for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
What if at some point you found out that one of the women only said yes because she felt like she could best the other woman and eventually get her from you?
Mm.
Then, I wouldn't feel no type of way. I would feel like that girl is kind of stupid on her part for doing that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you agreed to it for ill intent, in my opinion. At that point, you conformed and you agreed with ill intent, because the whole idea isn't to steal anybody. Like I said, we're all equal. It's big love. But if you're doing it with the intent to take me from her, then that's not equal. You want more of me.
Would you be in a polyamorous relationship where it was you and another man and one woman?
No, I don't think I would be in a polyamorous relationship at all, personally.
Okay, fair enough. Val, you look like you're pondering some deep things right there. Come weigh in, Val.
I just think the polyamorous relationships are very interesting. I wouldn't do one. For everybody that doesn't know, I am married. Even prior to marriage, it never Can't even find the word. It didn't appeal to me. There we go. It didn't appeal to me. But I always thought that you see some polyamorous relationships that actually work. But the ones that I'm referring to are like celebrities. I don't know anyone that's not on celebrity status that has that type of relationship that it actually works. I personally don't know.
Mhm.
So I don't know, it just seems like it's a hard thing to do, especially when, like what you just asked Slim, for example, like you have these women, you tell them, hey, this is what it is, we're a family, da da da. But you have that one person like, yeah, we're family right now, but I'm gonna get him, da da da,
Right.
Um, I don't know. It just seems like a big old headache to me, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, definitely like a headache. And sometimes men catch feelings, to be honest with you. I'm sick of niggas acting like y'all don't catch feelings, yo. And there's sometimes niggas be out here catching feelings. I know I would. Like, I'm real funny with mine. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I told y'all since day one, I believe in conquering the pussy. So, like, it's mine at this point. Like, not in like a male chauvinist way, but just,
Right.
So the idea of me even sharing it is makes me vomit. You know what I mean? I don't like it. I don't like the idea. I like the idea of us dressing up real classy, and if another man is admiring you, I like that. You know what I mean? Because I know you
Right.
mine. I know you're my arm.
Right.
But for you to actually escalate it and entertain and take it there, nah, that's a problem for me.
Okay, so I have a two-part question. Before I say that, I'm going to make a statement that we'll discuss. We'll come back to it. I have heard it said that monogamy is not natural. If we consider ourselves to be animals or part of the animal kingdom, most animals, just even on a basis level, most animals are not monogamous. They're non-monogamous. So that's one statement in and of itself. Crap, I forgot the question I was going to ask. Okay, let's talk about that first, and then the question will come back. So, do you believe that people inherently are non-monogamous?
I do. My father always said that growing up, that it's against instinct to be monogamous. It really is. Like, it really is. The way we're men, especially the way we're made up biologically to spread our seed forever until we close our eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's against human nature. I believe monogamy 100%, but I do believe that it's a conscious effort. And anybody who says it's not a conscious effort, I think is, or at least have to, check themselves every now and then is not. And I'm not saying you have desire to cheat or whatever. I'm just saying that the desire, the willpower to be monogamous, I think is something that has to be consciously checked. That's the best way I can put it.
So you're saying it takes willpower to be monogamous because you don't feel like it's actually natural to us.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Does that
Not
make
like
the
I'm saying,
relationship
not in a sense like it's not premeditated type of
right?
Yeah, not like that. I don't want please world. Don't. I'm not thinking that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that because it's against human nature on an instinctual animal level, that we
Yes.
do have to be conscientious of it because we're attracted to, as much as we love our spouse, our significant other. That I'm sure you still, if you see an attractive woman, she's still attractive to you.
Yep.
No matter
Right.
what.
Don't
And
be-
that's the instinctual level, that attraction, those bright colors the birds see and shit like that. That's the instinctual level. That's the part we have to be conscientious of.
Okay. Val, same question to you.
I agree. And just with, the background of history, like what you said, I picked up a little bit of it. I read it before as well. So
Yeah.
I believe that we were all free to, spread our seed, like Slim said, things of that nature. And it's like, I'll throw this out there too, and I don't know if anybody in the chat knows or anyone here. Like, I would like to know, I'm interested in, like, who started making monogamy the thing, what people should strive to have,
Yes.
Like, that's what this question makes me think of. That's all I got.
I definitely think that I if I had to take a stab at it, I think it was a means of control.
Mm-hmm.
Because okay, so the way that polygamy works is that a man takes multiple wives, and it's usually a man that's well off or well to do.
Yep.
In order to have multiple wives, you have to be able to provide for and take care of those wives equally, financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually. What you provide for one, if there are five, you have to provide for that across the board.
Yep.
I think it became a means of control, population control, perhaps in biblical times, more so than
Mm.
anything, and to control people's population control. Sorry, yes, Mr. Sir, at the bottom.
What's up, everybody? First of all, my apologies. I think it's my phone. I restarted the modem and my phone, but y'all know how Apple acts when a new phone is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been even having trouble connecting to Wi-Fi at work. But anyways, that's beside the point. If I do go out, my apologies. I'm working on it.
Okay,
But when you were
as long as
talking
you come
biblical,
back.
I always come back. Um, I'm not gonna give you no more firepower tonight. But as the first lady said, she said the financial aspect in some countries makes poly worth it for some women. So if
Yes,
you think about it in biblical days as well, um, like you look at it, women didn't have a they weren't high on the totem pole, unfortunately. That's what we
not at
talked
all.
about in the past. We come a long way, still have some ways to go, but we come a long way as far as that goes. But it definitely was that thing where back then you had that safety in if a man took on multiple wives, each wife had that safety. He provided for each one of them, of course, but it was a lot. I don't Easy is not the right word. It was a lot safer. I'll go with that. It was a lot
Yes,
safer for women, to be with the man who had multiple wives. And if you look back in that time, what were the key roles for the women? To bear his children, basically, because he even had even kings and things of that nature, or whoever owned the land, they had workers, they had slaves and things of that sort. So yeah, I think that plays a huge part in why people base to me, a lot of arguments that I hear when it comes to polygamy versus monogamy is the Bible aspect of it,
mhm.
and it is that security that women got back then, which is why I think it was so popular because
But, but
they,
polygamy predates the Bible. When
mm,
you look at Incan tribes, Mayan tribes, if you look at all different types of African tribes, like it predates the Bible. So it's not even that something that I think is biblically based or
right,
religiously based. But I definitely do think that there is some merit with the idea, like especially if you look at the population of women to men, right? As it stands
hmm
right now, I think we're at like maybe 19 to 1. So for every one man, there's 19 women. And not to say that every woman wants a man, but for the women who do want a man, the numbers are unbalanced, right? And so
right,
in some countries, in some situations, it makes sense for a man to have four wives if he's able to take care of her for the safety, for the security, and all the other benefits of it. So I think it is biblically based, but it's something that also
definitely.
predates the Bible.
So that's the majority of the arguments. I agree with you 100% because I think that a lot of those ideas and thoughts that came from that time in the Bible came from the uh
Right.
the days before it.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Uh,
we were talking earlier about, I know you were kind of coming and going. So the meme about the man who has his wife, assumedly, or the mother of his children, he loves her because she's college educated, she makes good money, she's loyal, she has his children. But then he has a second woman and he loves her because of the passion, the excitement, and this. And so what he's saying to this one to keep her is that he's loyal to the two of them. And basically, it's just these two women. Is polyamory in the dark, is what I call it, when two people don't know, only one person knows about the other. Is that legit, or is there a problem with that?
there's definitely a problem with it. I know I saw in the comments earlier before I got out that polyamory is consent. That is also consent. You
Yes.
need to know that you're going into this relationship, and it is a polyamorous one, whether it's multiple men, multiple women, whatever your dynamic is, then without that other person knowing, then it's not polygamy. Then in your mind it may be, but it's not polygamy because they would know about each other, you know.
Right.
And as you said earlier, you have to cater to both of their needs,
Yep.
financially, spiritually, mentally, all of that good stuff. So doing it in the dark, it's to me definitely cheating, um, because you're not making your partner aware of the other person. And although you may be loyal, I can't even say that you would be technically loyal to them, even if that's your definition of loyalty. You're not even really being loyal to them, because if you were, then you would be honest with them about the other person. You may be able to love both of them, yes, but you're not being loyal to the both of them.
Okay. George Cruz, I don't know if I should read this because it might get us in trouble, but he's saying that modern day men, their consideration of poly means threesomes. But there's layers to polyamorous relationships, which is true. I do think that there is some weight to what he says. I think like
Yeah.
people that I've come in contact with, yeah, their idea of what a polyamorous relationship is that you get to fuck two women. And it's really not about that.
Way more.
You know what I mean? You can be poly solo and be involved with multiple people. That's not the same as being in a polyamorous relationship. In a polyamorous relationship, it's not just like you have to equally care. And that's the thing that people are forgetting. It's not just about the sex. Oftentimes, it really is not about the sex. It's about taking care of the needs of those people equally and all parties concerned being involved on a. I don't believe that there is such a thing as a completely equal level. I always feel like there's a hierarchy. But as best as you can, that you take care of everyone equally. When I look at, so let's talk about the Mormon faith just really quickly, if we're talking about it from a religious aspect. There's a percentage of the Mormon population that believe in polygamy. So it's one man, multiple women. But even in that dynamic, because of the laws, you can only be married to one woman, and in faith and in spirituality, recognize the other women as the wives. But that first wife, the one that you're actually legally married to, she is wife number one. So her position essentially is higher than everybody else's. So I wonder, like, Slim, you had said that if you had two women, that they would be equal, on equal footing, and everyone weigh on at this. Is there such a thing as true equality in those type of relationships if somebody came before everybody else?
So, I mean, I hear what you're saying. If somebody came before everybody else and we have established history, for me personally, and just overall human nature, I would think that no, there would be no, she would be or he would be higher than everybody else. Only simply because you just got more history with them. You know what I'm saying? And you know them a little bit longer. I would, as equal as we would like to put it, and then it may appear equal on the surface, but emotionally, you may give them a little bit more, perhaps, or maybe spiritually, you may give them a little bit more. You may be a little bit more willing to cater to their needs, as opposed to maybe the other two or three. You may be able to, like, well, whatever, she ain't going nowhere, whatever the case may be. So I do believe there is a hierarchy, on some level, especially if you didn't meet them all around the same time period. If you have like a known established history with one particular woman or man, or whichever way this thing is going. But I don't I don't know. I don't know about that.
I think that so if there was a person that was there already, somebody that you have established history with, things of that nature, I would think that in the beginning, yeah, like they would be the number one, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But I see that it can change for different people. So for example, somebody else comes in, they're the number two, but it's exciting, they're new, you want to find out more about them,
Yes.
things of that nature. And then number two might have something number one doesn't necessarily have.
Right.
So it kind of brings me back to the 80-20. I hate doing that, but granted, that 20 now technically is not going away because they understand the situation. It's a polyamorous relationship. This is what it's upfront. Da da da. So it's like you're always gonna get your 20. That 80 is always still gonna be there as well.
Yes.
But I think while it continues and it keeps going on and on and on, that number two might end up being the number one. And who was number one might end up being number two.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Either way,
Okay.
there's no equality, it seems.
Yes, agreed. Absolutely.
Either way, there's no equality. I just, my whole ideology and model of bringing everybody in the house and coming up with a schedule and everything was to just try to avoid it as much as possible, to try to equal the playing field as much as possible, because we are human, we do have feelings, you know what I'm saying? And, I just want to be as copacetic as possible. If we're going to be, instead of two, it's hard enough with two people in one house. Now we add in a third and possibly a fourth. You know,
Right.
that's more emotions, more feelings that we
Mhm.
gotta content with. You know, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think also too, if it's a situation where, let's just say you're married to 3 women,
Hmm.
and the intention is to procreate with these women to expand your family, and you find out that one of the women can't have children,
Ooh.
whereas the other 2 have children, right? It like you said, the human emotion and the things that we don't necessarily factor in because there's uncertainty. You may not know at the onset. You may see a person think that everything is great. Then when you start trying to build a family with them, you find out that they can't have children. Then there's resentment that builds, or everybody's able to have children, but now wife number 2 is pregnant for the second time, and so more attention is being paid to her because the dynamics shift and change all the time. So it definitely can cause some issues. Slim, a question I wanted to ask you. So I remembered what the question was from before. So
Mm.
for both of you, and Val, this just think of it as though you weren't married. Queen, no disrespect, but Val, think of it as though you weren't married. If
Mm.
you were deeply in love with someone, let's say you had spent a year with this person, you knew unequivocally that this is the person that you wanted to be with, you were head over heels with, you were madly in love with this person. And then one day she comes and she says to you, I need to tell you about my other boyfriend. There's somebody else that's involved. I haven't told you about him as yet because I wasn't sure how you were going to feel. But after having conversations with you about polyamory, and you said that that's something that you might be okay with, I want to let you know that I have a boyfriend. Man, your background keeps changing. Now where you gone?
I told you I was gonna try to closet. I'm gonna make this work. The devil keeps attacking me tonight, but I got a praying grandmother. All right,
Aye,
so it's not gonna
aye.
happen. He can keep trying, but it's not gonna happen.
Okay, so
I,
you're deeply in love with this woman.
my bad.
You've been in a relationship for a year and some. You know that you want to be with her. You know you want to spend time with her. And then she sits down, she has a conversation with you and tells you that there is, in fact, another person that she's been involved with for the same amount of time as you. She loves both of you and wants to be with both of you. What do you say?
me
Oh, you
personally,
answered.
I wouldn't be.
Val, is
I
that the
would,
flag on the play?
yeah,
Flag on the play.
yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it because this whole time I'm thinking I'm number one. You know what I'm saying? I may be doing certain things to you as if we're exclusive sexually.
Mhm.
You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Put my tongue in certain places where only my tongue and body should belong. And to find out that after a year you might have been leaving me, or, because now it's just going to set up a chain reaction. Now I'm thinking, at what point, if I had no idea about this other motherfucker, at what point were you fitting him into your schedule? So not only were you
Mhm.
lying about him as an actual being, you are also lying about and me being your soulmate number one and saying you only love me, because I'm sure you told me that over the year that you only love me. Now I got to think about at what point was you lying and sneaking and having time to get it in? It's just going to open up a whole chain of shit for me, and I couldn't do it. You better off just telling me from the rip and let me maybe hit it, and over time, man, fuck, I like it that much, But nah, don't do that.
So would you totally give up the relationship? Would you?
Yeah, because in my mind, I'm the shit, and in my mind, you shouldn't need nobody else
Talk your shit, my nigga.
for anything. Like, what you mean? You going to share my love? What is you lacking from me? I know ain't nobody 100%, but ain't nothing we can't talk about. And if it's that much that you feel like you got to go get that little 20% from somebody else, then if I'm too much, then do less. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's my motto. If I'm too much, then do less, because. But no, you ain't doing both of us. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't do that. That's not fair. That's not fair to me.
So Miss Reeves said, "Is voyeurism off the chart?" So you wouldn't stick around to keep yourself a little bit in the equation, like you'd be done.
No,
Yeah, I'd probably
absolutely
done
not.
because for me, yeah, I would be done because I've been going with this whole preconceived notion this entire time. You know what I'm saying? That's been completely fabricated. You know what I'm saying? Like I would
What?
probably
Okay,
be.
hold on. Let me, because I'm the asshole. So what if
Yeah.
this whole time she's been telling you she's gonna go out hang out with Kelly,
Uh-huh.
but Kelly's a guy. You just don't know that. So she hasn't technically lied to you. She just
Nope.
hasn't disclosed that
That's
Kelly
to
is
me.
a.
To me,
So,
that's
Tag me in,
Admitting is
tag
a
me in,
lie.
tag
Like,
me in before I go out
hold,
again.
hold
Tag
on.
me in before I
Hold
go out
on. Let's
again.
get a different perspective. Mr. L, you said you wouldn't 100% ditch.
No, no, no. I'm saying I'm out. As soon as we have that conversation, I'm out.
Oh,
That's the end because you said it's been how long?
a year.
A year. By that time, we've already agreed to be exclusively dating or exclusively in a relationship. So therefore, we've had that conversation, and now
Okay.
you're telling me that you've been involved with somebody else. Nah, I can't trust you. That is cheating.
Yeah.
That is
Okay.
cheating. The
Fair.
same thing we were talking about. Dudes like, oh, I could be loyal to this. No, that is also cheating. Now if it's like in a sexual aspect and it's me and you, we just having sex. There aren't emotions involved like that. We're not
Yeah.
committed to each
That's
other.
different.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a different story. But in this case, I'm thinking you're my soulmate. This, that, or the other. At that moment, the idea, the thought of you being my soulmate is out the window. Of course, it would still linger around in my mind and in my heart because I invested in you for a year and some change or whatever. But my soulmate wouldn't treat me like that, and therefore I would know we're done. And like Slim said, all this time, even if it was a Kelly that you were going out with, right? You you were telling her the truth, but you weren't telling the whole truth.
The whole
You
truth.
didn't tell me
Okay.
this was a Kelly, a guy who you have been dating, have been sleeping with, have been doing whatever, building me emotionally as well. But you know,
Yeah.
um,
That's fair.
and after that, nah, I
That's
can't trust you.
manipulation.
Hmm.
Okay. Flag on the play, Mr. Val.
Legit. No, man. I'm picking backing off both Mr. L and Slim, man. And I'm going to focus on the biggest word here that both of you guys said is trust. You
Yep.
know, for me, being in that situation, my trust is out the window. You know what I mean? Like, my blood is like boiling. It really is. Like, I wouldn't be able to trust you after that. I would not be able to. What are we supposed to build back up? You know what I mean? This dude is here. You're telling me this. So this means like he must have a hold on you emotionally, like you care about this individual. That's a big deal. You know what I mean? So, like, just like Slim, like I know he didn't mean it this way, and I don't mean it this way either. But I'm the shit. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's like for you to go
I
and
meant
do
it exactly
that.
like that.
Oh, okay. Well,
He means it just like that.
legit.
He meant
All
it,
right.
No, no,
Val.
no, no.
Just like that, just like that. But not like it's so disrespectful, and that's another thing too. Like, where's the respect? You know what I mean? It's a year. For other people, a year might not be a long time. Cool, you know what I mean? But a year for me, consistently talking, we're going on dates and things of
Mhm.
that nature. We would have that conversation whether we're exclusive or not,
Mhm.
whether we're dating or not. That question of so what are we? That's out of the question.
It's gone.
Before
It's
a year
been
hits, that's
gone.
gone.
Right.
So it's like it's disrespectful. You're not gonna get my trust back. It's kind of tough. I'd be out. I wouldn't be there at all. I'd be out.
Okay, hold on. What if?
Ain't no ifs.
Yeah. That's fine.
You can come up with all the ifs in the world.
Hold on. What if the sex was amazing?
Bro,
Not
come
even?
on.
Nope. No.
All right. Well, let me say something. Real quick. Let the savage come out for 2 seconds. So
Uh-oh.
I'm not. If the pussy is that good, like it got a cape hanging
Hold
out the
on.
shit with
The
an S on
pussy
it.
and the throat.
Okay. If it's that good, I still may engage you sexually as long as you give me that lane.
Okay.
However, I'm gonna treat you massively different. Like
Right.
I'm gonna treat you. I'm gonna treat you
As a
not
fun.
bad, but I'm gonna treat
As
you
a fun.
appropriately and accordingly. I'm gonna say that, and I
You
do, and I do
more
want to say
savage than
that,
me.
yeah, I am if it's that good. But I just want to say like my bigger thing with this whole not telling and telling. I'm the type of nigga that I believe in checking in and renewing contracts. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that have renew our license. Marriage should be renewed, and see if you under Andy up. So I'm saying that to say, even in my regular relationship, I just met this girl, right? We've been digging and we've been chilling and everything. We've revisited it already already. Yo, you good? Anything else you want to say? You want to say it off your chest? You know, I know we know each other in the beginning. We a little bit more comfortable now. Anything you want to, you know, peel back some onion layers? You want to let me, you know, feel, you know. I do that now. So I know over a year time, that's going to be done at least once or twice a month. So my greater point is that I'm giving you the opportunity to be honest with me, to be transparent, to throw the shit on the table so we could work it out, discuss it. Yeah, I still may go left, or I may be like, well, fuck it, let's work around it, let's see how it is. Let me bring a girl in, see, so, you know what I mean? Whatever. Who knows? But that frustrates me with people in relations above anything else, I believe, besides the lack of reciprocity. That if I give you the opportunity to come forth and communicate and just throw it on the table, and you don't, and later on I find out about some shit, that for me it's like, what the fuck, you know? You just disrespectful, you know?
I want to slide back to the question at hand. Nah, I will tell you this right now. Ain't no pussy good enough, no throat good enough in this world that if I have emotionally invested in you to the point where I probably love you if I'm thinking that you're my soulmate, that would have me, because I still knock it down.
Seriously?
Can y'all hear
Pull
me?
a chop.
There we go.
Chop it
All right,
down.
there we go. Yeah,
Okay, there you go.
this phone's killing me. Because we're still in close proximity of each other. I don't want you near me. I don't want you touching me. I don't care how good it is. I will settle for, not even settle in the bad way. I will accept mediocre pussy from someone who I can trust, someone who I know is not gonna lie to me,
Okay.
and all of that. Nah.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I have no expectations of you at that point. I'm not giving you nothing else other than some dick, and
You don't even deserve that from me, though. That's the thing.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't even deserve that from me.
I could do that. I ain't gonna say it was grade A dick, you know.
Like that.
Hold on. Would it be punishment, Dick?
No, you're not even. You don't even.
It would,
You don't deserve any of it.
well,
Not
for
even
me,
punishment.
it wouldn't be
Oh
punishment
well.
dick. That sounds bad too. It would just be, I'm gonna get mine and get the fuck out the door. I'm not really gonna try to cater to your needs. I'm not gonna try and you know, have that same chemistry that I would have, you know.
This is how strongly
Well,
I would feel about you, is that I would not even treat you like a nut rag. Like, that's how it is.
woof.
I may treat you
Damn.
like a rag. I may
No,
treat
you don't even deserve that from me.
disrespect.
Like, no.
Yeah. You're done. Like you get nothing. You're done.
Done. That's it.
Okay.
I would like to think I would, but you know, I don't like to say, I
No,
don't like to
The
say
flesh
never.
may be weaker than the
bro,
mind
it's
and
a,
the heart.
it's a,
I
it's a
mean,
reason why you're the
I
savage,
don't double
Slim.
dip. I don't double dip. I've never been back and forth with my baby
You,
mom.
you know what?
But
I,
you know,
uh-huh.
who knows?
Yeah.
I got a question. This is more for Slim because he said that he might hit it again.
Maybe.
So maybe. And you guys can chime in on this too. So for example, all right. So you're still hitting it. You found out about the other dude. Okay. You're still hitting it, right? Would you be would it just pop up in your mind to just ask her why is he in the picture? Like, what does he have that I don't?
No.
Or is it legit hit it, gone, call it a day,
Nah,
you're
that's
not thinking about
legitimate.
it?
Hit it, gone, and get the door.
I don't believe that.
I'm not even
I
trying
don't
to make you
believe
come.
that. I
I
believe
don't
that
even
you
think
would
I would
want
try
to
to make you.
know.
You don't believe that?
Oh.
I don't
See?
believe that. I believe that you would want to know.
I wouldn't.
Wow.
That's what I would ask when you initially tell me. You know what I mean? When you
Okay.
initially broke the news to me, yeah, then I would probably ask, like, yeah, what the fuck is he? What am I missing? And why you had to lie? Yeah, and initially.
Right.
But once I've made that decision to walk away and you call me and, you know, or I'm like, yo, fuck, I just, you know, whatever the case may be, you know, I'm not going to ask about him no more. No.
Okay.
Because that still shows emotionally invested, and I'm not at this point.
Okay, so
Well,
let me ask this question then. In that exact moment, how do you become emotionally uninvested? I get that you're mad. I get that you're hurt. I get that you're upset. I get that you're running the gamut of emotions. But how do you become emotionally uninvested when you've been emotionally invested for a year? Would it
So
not
that's
take about the same amount of time to undo the do?
That's an excellent question. And go ahead, you go, Mr. L.
All
Take
right,
a second.
so it's because I have been emotionally invested that I can nip it in the bud, because all of that I've invested in you, you have ruined with those words that you have said. Like, I can still care. Like, don't get me wrong, I will still be upset. I can't
Right?
put a date on it, but it could be weeks, it could be months. I'm not saying that I would not be upset about it, but to continue to pursue something with you, I can't do it. Like, everything that it takes
But
for
that's
me
not
to
what I
pursue,
asked. That's not what I
I'm getting
asked.
there.
I
I'm getting there.
understand that. That's not what I asked.
Everything that I continue, everything. Re-ask the question. You lost me there, because I was like,
Yeah,
whoa,
I got
I was building.
So for
Would you
me,
Because
re-ask the
Slim,
question? Like,
because
how is
Slim
it
said,
easy
Slim,
to?
no, so Slim said that he becomes emotionally uninvested.
Yep.
Mhm.
And I said, the things that take time to develop tend to take the same amount of time to undevelop. So
Yep.
if it took you a year and you are emotionally invested, it's been a year, how do you all of a sudden just not give a fuck? I know you can tell yourself that
Mhm.
because we've all been down that road perhaps at some point in time, right? Where you say, you know
Right.
what, I don't care. But then you see the person, you're hurt, you're mad, you want to spit blood, you have a million questions, you want to ask them, but you don't want to ask them. It's the gamut of emotions. Do you truly become emotionally uninvested, or does that uninvestment, is that even a word? Does that take time?
so in
Is this
my
message for
opinion,
you?
I think it takes time. I think that's an excellent point. I never really considered, but as somebody who just went through some shit, more recently,
Yes.
uh, you're absolutely fucking right. I think it takes as hard as we are, it takes a lot of time to say and train in yourself to tell yourself to become to tell yourself I don't deserve this, or this wasn't right, or somebody who loves me wouldn't do this, and kind of build that wall back up again. I think it takes I definitely think it takes time, and I think anybody says I'm over it is full of shit. Like, you're hurting, we're hurting, we're trying to make sense of it a little bit.
Yes.
Sometimes we don't get closure. Another thing I realize, some people may never get closure, so you just kind of gotta you know put the shit in a box and bury it somewhere. But
Mm-hmm.
um, I just don't feel like you know that's pretty much it.
Okay. So then I'm going to ask you. Sorry, Val, go ahead. I'll ask the question in a second.
Okay, no, I was just quickly gonna say, like, Casey said, if you hurt me, you no longer exist to me. Now, I wish that I can feel that way. I do, but as somebody who's very empathetic and
Yes.
just, I feel so much, it'd be hard. So I would definitely, I don't have that off switch, so it would take time. Depending on how much I truly felt for this person as well, and we're talking about feelings, we're talking about emotions, things
Mm-hmm.
that you share with this individual, things that you probably told this individual that you never told anybody else, things of that nature. It's so tough for me personally to disengage. That's that fast. So I think it'll take time. That's all I wanted to say.
And I do want to say this real quick that I would probably hit it again, but like you said, AJ, I would need time. I wouldn't. You
Yes.
can't tell me that shit like a month ago, and then a week later, I'm calling and you calling me to come, bust your drawers down. It ain't happening like that. I'll probably need some time before I would even consider it, like Mr. L said, even be able to perform, in a way that I feel like is, satisfiable for me, because I need to heal a little bit.
But don't you think going back to fuck her is going to put you back in that emotional situation and
After time,
open?
no, I don't think so, because like I said, the trust is so deteriorated, so fucked up that especially after a year, because you've told me for a year straight that I was your soulmate. You told me for a year straight it's only
Ooh,
you,
yep.
babe. You know what I mean? Now I gotta think about when I make you come, he was making you come the same way. He must have been doing a decent job at it, because he kept going back to the motherfucker. And then you got the balls to bring him to me.
Let Mr. L weigh in.
So I have a question. All right. So you meant, how is it easy? I just want to make sure I'm understanding. How is it easy to go so cold turkey on a person if they drop
Yes.
this on you? I wear my
And
heart
is
on my.
that actually the true emotion, or is that what you're telling yourself
Yes.
because
No.
you're saving face, because you don't want to, like, how do you immediately disconnect from somebody that you were so connected to?
Val, what was it that you said that you were? I had it in my mind. You said that you
Empathetic?
empathetic. I guess yes. So I think it's because of that. Like, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I
Mm-hmm.
would not lie, especially in a relationship. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and it's because of that that the same way I can build that up with you in a year, you drop something on you.
Seriously?
Right when you get to the good part.
Legit.
Right? What the hell? Okay, now there's
I
just
don't
gonna
know
be a
because I've
fight.
been in the same spots. I wish it was in my control, but like Casey said, I I don't
Even
need to. I don't
Android.
need
Androids don't do that.
depending on certain things. I do not need that closure. Like that's it.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's all I've needed to know. You hurt me enough. That's it. That's all I need to know. That's enough to damage me to that point where nah, I'm good. And especially over years, this is not like we've been together for years and you cheated on me with one person. I'm not saying that I have a different mindset or a different thought process when it comes to that. And I look at people who do take their partners back after they cheat. Um, but this is somebody who, since the beginning, they've been there as well. This isn't something that just happened one random
Right.
night. This is someone who's been there consistently the same amount of time.
Yep.
You had plenty of
Okay.
opportunities to bring this person up to me.
Mm-hmm.
All of this, all of like dishonesty, well, honesty and trust are the two big things for me. Because when you have those, then you do have loyalty as well and all that good stuff. So
Yes.
I can't trust you, that's it. There's nothing else.
Okay, so you said something that I want to ask. I'm going to guess that the answer is still the same, but you said because the other person had been there for the entire year
Mhm.
and they didn't say anything, would it be different if it was somebody that they met 9 months into your relationship and felt whatever the feelings they had with this person and started to spend time with this
Be-
person? Would it make a difference?
because it's no, it would not. That's why.
Okay.
Hold on, we buffering again.
Let's hope when we come back for the second half of the conversation, because it's going to time us out soon. But let's hope when we come back for the second half of the discussion about women proposing to men, hopefully you'll fix your
I've
Wi-Fi
done everything
thing.
within my power to try to. But real quick before we time out,
Yes.
no, that's why I brought up the say if it's one random night versus a um something that's been long term.
Yes.
I can't do it. Don't get me wrong. And I can't say that I'm gonna sit here and stay even if it was just one random time that you cheated on me. I can't say that. I
Okay.
don't know. I
That's
haven't
what
been
I'm
in that
saying.
situation. But yeah, no matter what, if it's been an extended period of time and you've had multiple opportunities to tell me but you didn't, and you continue with the person, I can't trust you.
Okay. Val, Slim, do either of you want to say anything before we leave off of this particular topic? Because when we come back, we're going to be tackling women proposing to men.
No, like I said, I just agree with Mr. L. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter 9 months to a year to whatever. The fact that you was able to just lie to me so consistently and still lay next to me every night and, just, not be honest, it would fuck with me from forever. You know what I'm saying? I would look at you different forever, and unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, and I do agree with you, Mr. AJ, that I do think, if it take you a year to build it, it should take you about a year to chop it
purge.
down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like maybe a little bit less because it's motivated by something a little different now. But,
Yes.
I definitely think that we have to be conscientious to tell ourselves, because I'm empathetic. I think we're three empathetic men. Like I'm very empathetic, and I definitely wear my heart on my sleeve to the point where it's fucking dangerous. Actually, it's dangerous for me, but I do. It's just the way God made me. I'm not going to try to change at this point in life. But that's that.
Okay. Val?
Know your worth. Don't settle for less. If somebody truly loves you the way that you thought that they loved you, they'll show you. If they're showing you what this individual is doing, they showed you how much love they actually have for you.
Okay. I like it. I
I
like it. I
didn't
like it.
I didn't got heated for the invisible, non-existent woman that I don't have that's been cheating on me for years. Just the thought about it. Oh man, I didn't got
I'm
heated.
gonna kill this motherfucker when I find her.
Oh my gosh. So, ladies and gentlemen, good peoples. I don't want to say ladies and gentlemen for anyone who's non-binary, so forgive me for that. So, good peoples who are in the chat, we are going to tap out and come back for part 2 of the discussion. We're going to be talking about women proposing to men and how that is viewed and all that sort of stuff. So, grab a drink, take a pee break. We will be back in about 30 seconds. I'll give you
Yes.
about a minute, just in case.
Please
Cool,
come
because
back,
Mr.
bring
L need to
somebody
try to
with
fix
you.
his Wi-Fi.
Please.
Please
Yes,
come back.
with
Yes.
proper Wi-Fi and all these good things.
But that's the crazy thing. I'm at the same place almost every single time, and tonight it wants to act up. I
I
don't
feel
get
you,
it.
dog.
I don't
It's the
understand.
Apple. I
It's a
told you,
full moon,
Android.
man. That's why it's a full moon.
Android doesn't do that. Just so you know.
Virgo season is over. That's why everything wants to act up
Is
after
that what's
Virgo
going on?
season. That's what it is.
Okay, I'm logging off. We'll be right back.